So, Family Guy has really made a name for itself with its sharp cultural references and that satirical angle on social issues. It's pretty impressive how this show manages to appeal to such a wide audience, keeping things fresh and relevant through all these years. As the series rolls on, it's clear how much it has evolved. It dives into different themes and develops its characters, all while being, let's face it, a bit controversial. The show isn't afraid to poke fun at those taboo subjects, which has kicked off some pretty interesting discussions among fans and critics. Now, let's talk about the Griffin family.
They're just a quirky bunch.
With characters like Peter, Lois, and little Stewie, each one brings a unique flavor to the humor and storytelling. Their wild interactions fuel a lot of the plot twists we see throughout the series. When the trophy mysteriously goes missing, you can just feel the suspicion brewing among the neighbors. Suddenly, trust flies out the window and everyone's gearing up for a showdown. It's wild how quickly community ties can snap under pressure, isn't it? And speaking of pressure, Meg's desperation to fit in is a classic example of what people will do for acceptance. She fakes a tough situation to blend in, but let me tell you, that can backfire big time, and it doesn't just blow up in her face, it rocks her family too. This episode really highlights the absurdity of how people act when things get messy. It's kind of wild to see how small issues escalate into full-blown crises, serving as a sharp commentary on social dynamics and human behavior. Then there's the US government swooping in with a heavy hand, military action everywhere. Seriously, that just ramps up the stakes for Peter and his family.
Cutting of essential services?
That's a real illustration of how intense things can get. When Peter finally chooses to surrender, returning Joe's pool, it really taps into that theme of negotiation and compromise. It shows that sometimes, you have to set aside your pride and put family first, which is a powerful message. Throughout the episode, you'll notice that classic Family Guy humor, sharp and satirical, mixed with some serious themes like diplomacy. It really gets you thinking about the consequences of those hasty, unilateral decisions in the global arena. And then there's Peter's excitement about the Emmy Awards. But guess what? That joy gets overshadowed by his duty to show up at Meg's school play. This little conflict perfectly captures that tug-of-war between what you want and what your family needs. When the FCC decides to clamp down on TV content, you can feel Peter's outrage. This moment really shines a light on that ongoing tension between artistic freedom and those pesky regulations. Eventually, Lois comes to terms with how censorship is messing with their lives. This realization sparks a united front to fight back, sending a clear message about the importance of holding onto our personal freedoms. As Peter navigates his altered reality, it's fascinating how time travel plays with personal relationships. His marriage to Molly Ringwald adds this layer of humor and irony that's just classic Family Guy. The contrast between Peter's past decisions and where he is now really drives home how crucial it is to think things through. His frantic efforts to reconnect with Lois show just how complex relationships can get. Peter's journey isn't just about the laughs, it taps into that theme of nostalgia. It's all about wanting to revisit the past, reminding us that our previous actions shape who we are today and how we relate to others. The exploration of alternate realities brings a fresh twist to character dynamics, emphasizing the humor comes from those role reversals. I mean, Stewie wanting to hang out with human Stewie? That's just hilarious. As the comedic tension ramps up, we watch Stewie face some heavy consequences for what seems like a silly mistake. It's a perfect example of how this dog-dominated universe can mix absurdity with some serious moral lessons. Brian's struggle to find his identity as a dog in a pet world dives deeper into themes of belonging and self-worth. His interactions with human Brian create this connection that really stands out amid the chaos. In one storyline, we see Stewie freezing himself in their basement, which is just wild. It really showcases the lengths he will go to when exploring the implications of time travel, definitely adds a unique spin to the whole ancestry concept. And how about those references to major historical events like 9/11? It's intriguing to see how actions from the past can come back to bite us, adding a layer of depth to the humor and satire we expect from the show. The back and forth between Brian and Stewie, trying to convince their past selves not to mess with the future, really highlights how tricky time travel can be. It's a roller coaster of unpredictable twists when you try to change history. Ultimately, the characters face challenges that really push their limits, uncovering the strength of friendship and understanding. Their battles against outside threats showcase their growth, which is just one of the many heartwarming layers to this hilarious show. Stewie's nightmares give us a glimpse into deeper fears he needs to confront, really showing the importance of self-acceptance and how crucial it is to have friends like Brian to lean on. And let's not forget about that body swap scenario. It leads to some absolute comedic chaos, highlighting how the show dives into identity and relationships in these unexpected ways, all while keeping the laughs rolling.